This news update is brought to you by...
Hi, I'm Red Plastic Bag. Anyone who knows me knows I don't like cold. Sunshine reigns in my country. I love it.
Get your sun power.
This is the 6 p.m. Barbados Today update for Friday, April the 11th, 2014. I'm Emmanuel Joseph. We begin with the very latest on the labor front as efforts get on the way to avert an escalation in industrial action by the Barbados Workers Union. Hours after the union served notice that its members at the port and the Barbados Water Authority are on standby to strike in solidarity with striking sugar workers, the chief labor officer has intervened. But ahead of the discussions, BWU General Secretary Sir Roy Trotman made it clear he's not prepared to order workers to resume work until he knows the basis for the meeting. The Port Vale workers are protesting the dismissal of 57 of their colleagues at Andrews Sugar Factory by the Barbados Agricultural Management Company last Friday.
Well, I hope that people will realize that they've done some pretty nasty things and that they will learn to respect the Barbados public, or people generally, and that we will be able to bring back that measure of understanding of people's needs, people's interests, to the future discussions with any employer and any body of workers.
In other news, this Friday, Health Minister John Boyce has ordered a review of the current model for financing of health care in Barbados, and he cautions that the state is presently modifying its business plan at the Queen Elizabeth Hospital to make sure that the direct costs of operation to the central government can be reduced. Boyce was delivering the feature address at the Sagico Life Insurance Hospital Showcase and Information Seminar at the Hilton Barbados Needles Point St. Michael this morning. Boyce disclosed that the planning unit at the Health Ministry will carry out the review and the recommendations will be made to Cabinet. He stressed the aim is to create a more viable healthcare system while ensuring that the mandate of the universal health care is not compromised. 3 persons are nursing injuries as 2 separate serious accidents this morning. Police report that 39-year-old Nigel Harewood of College Savannah in St. John, who was riding a bicycle, was involved in an incident with a transport board bus driven by Richard Brooms around 6:45 this morning. Harewood complained of lacerations to his forehead and left shoulder. He was transported to QEH for treatment, and about half hour later, there was a second incident on Sharnock's Main Road, Christchurch, involving a motor car driven by Edmund Bushell, 45 years, of Winwood Gardens, St. Philip, and another driven by Tremella Maynard, of 36, of Pegwell Gardens, Christchurch. According to police, Bushell received lacerations to the right side of his head and was transported to the QEH by an ambulance. Maynard complained of pains about her body and sought private medical treatment. In sports now, the president of the Barbados Football Association, Randy Harris, is to appear at the District A Magistrates Court on June 26 on a charge of assault. The matter brought against Harris by summons stems from an incident involving the BFA's former General Secretary, Chris Graham. Graham alleged that he was assaulted on September 10, 2013, while at the office of the BFA on Fontebelle in St. Michael. The incident is alleged to have also involved other members of the BFA's hierarchy. Graham had been on the job fewer than 18 months after replacing previous General Secretary David Hines. The latest trouble in the BFA follows revelations earlier in the year by Harris of financial infelicities dating back many years, and which have recently been the focus of a FIFA-sanctioned forensic audit.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
Hi, I'm Red Plastic Bag. Anyone who knows me knows I don't like cold. Sunshine reigns in my country. I love it.
Get your sun power.
To the region now, a magistrate in Jamaica today denied bail to 4 police officers allegedly involved in extrajudicial killings. The 4 are among 8 other officers linked to a death squad. Magistrate Joseph Pusey relied on data released by the Independent Commission of Investigations, INDICOM, to make her ruling. She noted that INDICOM is probing some 40 cases linked to the men, and this cannot be treated lightly. The preliminary inquiry into the charges against the officers is set to begin in June. On the international scene, Pope Francis declared today he's taking full responsibility for what he calls the evil of priests who have raped and molested children. Francis delivered the comments to members of the International Catholic Child Bureau, a French Catholic network of organizations that protect children's rights, and he begged for forgiveness for the damage done as he gave assurances that the church will not turn a blind eye to damage. Pope Francis insisted sanctions will be imposed as he stressed the lives of children must not be played with. Last month, the Pope appointed a sex abuse advisory panel to advise him on best practices to combat sexual abuse in the Roman Catholic Church. That's been the 6 p.m. update. Join us again on Monday morning at 7. But until then, log on to www.barbadostoday.bb, subscribe to our e-paper, and like us on Facebook to get more news and sports. I'm Emmanuel Joseph. Have a great weekend.
This news update is brought to you by
Hi, I'm Red Plastic Bag. Anyone who knows me knows I don't like cold. Sunshine reigns in my country. I love it.